Farmer Dre back at us on a beautiful, cold, windy day out here on the farm. It's actually nice and warm here in the greenhouse. But today we are planting tomatoes in high tunnel number 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys along with me today. These are the tomato plants I started. These are planted on March 1st. As you can see here, they are ready to go in the ground. Beautiful, healthy looking tomato plants. So I'll go ahead and I got everything ready in high tunnel number 3. And it's time to move these out here. So we got Red Deuce and Carolina Gold. So these are all gonna be going in the ground. As you guys can see here behind me, we got flowers. We do not grow any flowers here on the farm yet. The plan is in the future to do that. But as you guys can see here, they're growing beautifully. So what we do, we don't sell flowers at any farmers markets, but we do sell flowers here at the farm store. And we have a produce stand off the main highway, which we live half mile off the main highway. And Highway 13 is what connects Kansas City to Branson, and Springfield is we're just 12 miles north of Springfield. So during the entire season, we get a lot of traffic through there. So we do have a produce stand out there. So what we do is we go to a local produce auction, and then we buy flowers from there, and then we sell at the produce stand. We don't sell enough to justify to grow our own yet, but in the future years, the plan is to expand this greenhouse and continue growing with the flower business. But you know, 1 year at a time, one crop at a time. But right now, we are doing tomatoes, so let's go ahead and get started. So I got my lovely sisters, they're gonna come help me out today. So we got Red Deuce and Carolina Golds. So these are all Red Deuce, and these, hey, Anna, only these things right here, these are the Carolina Golds. Don't touch these yet. Only those Red Deuce, yeah.
I got Red Deuce, let's go.
Okay, let's go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and transport these one tray at a time. These are 50 cell count trays. So they're growing nicely. Getting a little leggy here, but it's time for them to go in the ground. So high tunnel number 3, here we come. Alrighty, so this is high tunnel number 3. I gotta come through and finish beating all the posts, but Isaac and I set these in before we ate lunch here. So T-posts here. We went ahead and bought brand new T-posts because we ran out of all our used ones. So I mean, not too bad. They were a little investment, but they're gonna go ahead and be good for many, many years in this high tunnel. So we got all the plastic done. Irrigation setup. I did irrigate for about an hour or so before we started. So soil's moist, and my sister are gonna go ahead and put the plants along the ground there, and I'm gonna come through there and shove them in the ground. It's gonna be nice, easy, and fast. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so we're out here, and the soil's pretty moist. This front section is never too moist, but anyways, I'm gonna try to bury these as deep as possible. Just get the tomato plants, shove them in there, and make sure they are nice and comfortable, just like that. So we'll move on to the next plant. Make a nice hoop for the plants. Come through here, smush them nicely, get some dirt all around the root system and even above the root system there. So just like that, fast, easy, nice.
Why do you have the weeds going in?
Happens. So happens when you use potty mix, old potty mix, you get weeds growing inside your tomato plants. So that's it. 4 tomato plants planted in a couple seconds here. So we're gonna go ahead and do this 300 and something times.
So just see it. They should be okay.
I need the soil to be a little more moist.
You didn't turn on your water though.
Oh, now go ahead and turn on the hydrant.
Okay.
Mia to...
Anything you want to say?
Oh, nothing. Just hard at it. Huh? So the thing about this, the soil is nice and wet, and I need it to be a little more wet because I irrigated this morning. It's about 2:30 right now. So what I do, I took the method from the water-wheel transplanter where it creates a nice mud. So all I do is stick my 2 fingers in there, create the hole, and then take the root system with both of my fingers and shove it as deep as I can down in there. And just compact the soil around it. So with tomatoes, the deeper it goes, the more roots it's gonna build. They're different from peppers, but you know, with tomatoes you can do that. So the deeper the better. So I try to shove them all the way as deep as I can in there. And that's it. So
Okay, so just bring 2.
yeah, but don't mix them up.
I'm running on the center.
Okay. Okay.
And just like that, row number 1 is done.
Oh, getting hot in here.
Thanks for giving me the easy job.
I should tell here we have no door. So we got done building this high tunnel and we never had time to build a door. I mean, it's not supposed to get cold anytime soon. If the day gets cold, we'll put the door on. I was thinking about putting them on with Adrian this afternoon, but we'll see. We're still busy getting the trees ready. We're trellising for the trees, so
I know
anyways.
why you didn't put a door.
Why not?
Because you want to see the chickens out
That's
there.
right. Chickens, goats, and sheeps. All right, so this row right here, these are Carolina Golds. And we only do 1 row per high tunnel of these, just because it gives us yellows and the red tomatoes. But here in the last couple of years, I've had customers that only want yellow tomatoes buy the 10-pound flat from me. So, I don't know, I'm still being traditional and planting 1 row. Maybe I should plant 2 to 3.
So is there a reason why you put them in the middle of the high tunnel?
I'm a little OCD, so 3 rows and 3 rows. Because we have 7 rows total here. Uniformity, you know, it doesn't matter though. The first year I planted tomatoes, I mixed them up, and there's Carolina Golds everywhere. So.
Brother, you only need 1 tray.
Yep, drip tank is popped. I gotta turn off the irrigation.
Start putting plants too.
Yeah. It's fine.
Double the trouble.
Double the trouble. I tried putting 1 per, but
My occasional plant. And then you remove that tray.
so you're done? You know what's so funny? I gotta start more seeds next week.
For what?
High tunnel number 2.
The high tunnel number 2 has strawberries.
Once those are done, you pull them out.
Once the strawberries are done, and pull them out and plant tomatoes. So those will be planted June 1st. So we'll be harvesting in August for our late crop. And of course, I'm gonna plant some field ones here pretty soon. So don't just do what I just did. I put a T-post in there, punctured the drip tape. I should know better than that, right? Give it a small little squeeze. Oh, let's turn it back on. Alrighty, y'all. So just like that, we are done planting tomatoes. The sun just coming out as we got done with that last row there. So yeah, 375 tomato plants are in the ground. So gotta come through here next week and finish beating all these posts. A lot of rock in here, so it's gonna be kind of a pain to finish them off. This is a perfect size of tomatoes you want to plant, you know, 6 to 8 inches. 4 to 6 is preferably, because the smaller the better. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish beating all the posts in and start on that trellis system so we get that completed. And then in a tunnel like this, where there is very just all determinants, I mean, the maintenance is very low on the production side. It's not low, but I mean, it doesn't take as much. You know, someone like, you know, I could come through here a couple times a week and finish them off and not have to worry about, you know, stuff, you know, pruning or anything like that. So whenever they do get a little bigger, I'll come through and prune the bottoms out, prune out the bottom suckers there up to that first wire, and then we will be done. So not too bad, not too bad. Tomato plants are in the ground. So now we have high tunnel number 2 to plant whenever strawberries are done for. And then of course the ones that are going out in the field. So there's plenty of moisture in the soil because as you saw when I was planting there, just shove them in the ground like that. And that's it. So not too bad.